Hello all, welcome to section 4.3 of multi-tenant architecture. Today we will be discussing about how to install CDB, and we will be also installing PDB using response file. So let's get started. In front of your screen, this will be our course agenda for today. This won't be a very long video. We will be following these steps. This is the actually preferred method of industry, and if in the real environment they want to automate any task, actually, as you all might be knowing that they or in the industry they don't have 10 and 15 databases. In my own environment where I work, there is 1500 Oracle database servers, including production, development environment, and testing environment, that is PAT. So there are a lot of servers, and we have team of 10 DBAs. Not anybody in our team wants to go in each server and install these server one by one, or install patches in on all those server one by one. It will take a lot of time, right? So automation is the most important task DBA have been and or will be provided by their management, so that they can actually do these tasks rather sooner than later, right? So yeah, so there are only 4 steps we need to follow. First step will be installing the Oracle software, as you all might be knowing. Then we will install the listener. This will be default listener. Then we will use the DBCA to generate the response file. We will not use the DBCA to install the CDB and PDB. We'll just see that how to generate this response file. We will save it into /home/oracle with the extension .rsp file. So it will say dbca.rsp file. You can save it however you want it to. Then we will use the dbca command line to actually create CDB and one PDB. Before that, we need to modify some details in the response file. So let's get started. Let me remove this, minimize it, and bring my client, SSH client. Just a second. Okay, so you all might be seeing this now. We will navigate to database. We will navigate to our software binary. So /oracle/database. As everybody might be knowing that when we extract our database software, it extracts to database folder. There is a file that is run installer. We need to run it. This is a pretty easy task to run the software. Just that directories, Oracle base and Oracle home and inventory has to be created already, and permissions has to be provided before actually you move on with this. Okay, we will uncheck this. We have done this pretty much in every videos, right? So this is not a very hard task. Single installation. Next, I'll set this home as /oracle/home. Okay, software location will be this. I'll go ahead. Next. Okay, so we will install it. Okay, so let's run this root.sh. I'll connect using another session. I will say root. Okay, /oracle base product Actually, I installed the Oracle binaries into wrong directory, but that's okay. Just one piece of it changed. It's Oracle home product, not base product. Root. No, I'll not install TFA. So this is done. Let's install the Netlistener, right? So what we will do, we will navigate. Actually, I'll run directly. Oracle. We have to install using the netc, right? So home product bin netc. This has to be finished. Say okay. This is done. This will pop up. The listener configuration utility. Say listener configuration, go next, add it, default listener, next 1521 is fine, next. So this is completed. What we will do, we have to start DBCA, but we will not start installing using DBCA. We just need response file. So this is the first time we will generate the response file. If in future, if we want to install more databases, right, then we will use this response files to just run it using the command utility, right? So DBCA command utility. So I'll show you what I mean. We'll go for advanced configuration. Next, general purpose, fine. We will leave whatever default it is. It will do. It will create container database. It will have a local undo table spaces for all PDBs. Whatever is created, we'll create one PDB which is ORCL PDB. We'll see the database storage. I have one place where I can store the data files /aura data. I'll specify the flash recovery area, fast recovery area /aura data /FRA, and I'll enable the archiving. It will select the default listener. Next, we'll select all the defaults. In projects, you need to actually make sure that whatever parameters you are specifying is pertaining to the requirements of the project, okay, including character set, sizing, and connection mode, because this is not a production environment or this is not a real environment. It's fine, right? We have to mention password for 3 IDs, that is system and PDB admin. Okay, create database. This is the picture. Okay, we will save the response file dbca.response. What we will do, we'll save it in Aura data. Let's save it in Aura data. Save it here and cancel it. Good. So now we haven't installed anything. Now we will open up the response file. Just a second. Where was it? So let me delete the older one so that we do not confuse that. cd/home Oracle, right? So I'll remove this rm dbca.rsp. We will move /aura data /dbca rsp to /home. So I'm moving it here again in /oracle. Why? Because there are chances that dbca.rsp file was used by me earlier, so it has all the modification. I don't want you to see all whatever is modified already. I want you to see everything from fresh. So It's copied. Let's move to /home/oracle. We'll see dbca.rsp. Let's vi dbca.rsp. It's a big file. It has all the parameters, right? So GDB, global database name, as we already specified, orcl.local domain. SID is ORCL. We can change it here as well. Configuration type single instance SI will go down, keep going down. This is not the policy managed, this is admin managed, so it's false. Server pool false. Nothing is mentioned means it's not available. Cardinality not available. Force is false. Okay, we will keep moving. So this parameter is very important. If this parameter is not there, the container database will not be created. So create as container database needed to be true. Number of PDBs we specify 2. We can say okay, let's modify this to 2. What it will do, it will create ORCL PDB and ORCL PDB1. That's how it's kind of prefixed, right? Or postfix, actually, not the prefixed, it will be postfixed. So first one will be ORCL PDB and second one will be ORCL PDB1. I think that is how it is, or maybe ORCL PDB1 and PDB2. So we will see it. I don't need to actually you need to enter the PDB admin password, right? I'll mention it. Okay, says password, mention it. I think it will again ask for password, but we will mention it. This is my complex password. Service user password not required. Enterprise manager configuration, no enterprise manager, no DBS and MP password, no. Keep going. Enterprise manager password, no. There is no enterprise manager, right? Keep going. This is not required, not required. Many of the things are not required. Okay, data file destination is /aura data, and it will create a subfolder under it, that is DB unique name. So it will be /aura data /orcl/ the file will be staying there or sitting there. Recovery area will be /aura data /fra. This is not an Oracle managed file, that's the reason it's not showing the DB unique name in there. If you select OMF based, then it will it will check for the DB database SID, and it will create a folder underneath and then create files under that particular folder. That is called OMF based file system. Not required, not required, not required. Okay, this is character set which is required. This is the most common character set, the AL32 UTF-8. Need to remember that. Keep going. No wallet. Listener is listener, so it's mentioned there because when you saw in the GUI as well, right, it automatically picked up the listener. So listener is listener. DB unique name is ORCL. Oracle base is /oracle/home. We actually messed up here only. Oracle home is as you see it. SID is ORCL. It's a huge file. You can do a lot of things here. We'll keep going. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to install it, right? So what we need to do is, just a second, you need to go to, okay, you need to, let's navigate to the bin folder. Oracle home, sorry, home base, product bin. Okay, so we will invoke dbca from here. So slash dbca, what do you need is silent, this is silent installation. For 12.2 and beyond, you need to mention this parameter create database and the response file. So the response file is sitting in slash home slash oracle slash dbca.rsp, right? So let's run it. It's throwing some error. Hold on, we will check it. Do not be afraid of the errors ever. Okay, see the huge mistake. Response file, this needed to be mentioned, right? Because we are using response file. Wait for some moment, it will read through response file, it will start working on it. Maybe it might ask for sys and system and pdb admin password. You need to provide that. So you can see the, what do you call, possibilities. So you can see the possibilities of how you can use the shell scripts to actually invoke this response file from specific place, and you can also inject the password sitting in a shell script to this particular response file. So there are possibilities, right? So it's a very good tool. That is the reason it's used in the real environment. You need to wait for some time before this gets completed, and as soon as this completes, I'll come back and I will show you that you don't need to do anything more. What it will go through is it will add the line which in the Aura tab file, which will say the Oracle SID as well as and the Oracle software home. It will install everything including CDB, PDB and PDB seed. It will go through and set up all the dictionary tables what we saw last time, right? We ran catcon. So it will go through everything, all the steps, including it will create PL SQL packages. It will create all the users. So it will create all the internal users. And then it will come back and it will set up the same way as you would have seen from the graphical user interface. So let me come back. It's going through 30% and it will complete it pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, so this has been completed successfully. So let's see one by one. First of all, let's see the Aura tab file. Then we will log in. Cat slash etc slash Aura tab. Perfect. See, it has automatically written the required details. Let's set the environment variable or env orcl SQL plus slash as sysdba show pdbs. So as I already said that this will be named like this with this one postfixed the number 1 2. So everything is fine. We'll see the container name. You can also query $v containers. It will show all the details including container ID and the database ID and the container name. So it will show you the CDB roller root, PDB seed, and all the PDB. So show container name. Perfect. One more thing, as we did install databases manually using SQL plus, right? So we needed to use catcon to run catalog.sql and other files. So those particular file asked for a switch saying that where will be the log file sitting, right? So we mentioned /oracle/home. So the same way, the same method this particular DBCA utility follows is to create all the internal tables, PL SQL code, which is required for day-to-day operations so that database does not fail. Okay, so all the internal code, so data dictionary and everything. So let me show you where that file is sitting. We did not provide the location of it, but it has generated it. So it has generated in, let's see, ls-l al. Let's see if we can fetch this detail, home Oracle, and what was that file? Okay, so it has not created here. Where does that created? Sorry. So we are not able to see those files. We are not going to waste that much time on this. I wanted to show you, but I'm not able to find it. If I am able to find it later, then we can discuss about it. So what it does internally is, logically or practically, you can say that it runs actually those catcon Perl script, and then catalog.sql, as well as the other two files. I don't remember the perfect name of those. So it runs those three files to generate all those code, right? So that is the way it follows internally, but you don't have to do manually, you don't have to run manually. So okay, this finishes our section number 4 to create CDB with different operations. We are not going to go for how to create database silent installation using DBCA with all the switches. It's of no meaning, nobody uses it, so we will not use that. And we will move forward to database administration activities in the 5th section. Those will be general type of basic type of database activities we will perform. After finishing that, we will actually go for creation of PDBs and different style of how to create PDBs, and then the security sections, and then we will move forward accordingly as per the requirement or as per the need. So thank you very much for attending. Have a good day.